What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Microbyte episode. And this one is going to be titled All That Glitters Is Not Gold. And I'm doing this in reflection of my most recent competition, which happened this last weekend. And I, I like saying this because a lot of the times when it comes to finishing something that you trained a good period of time for, it might leave you feeling like, okay, accomplished the task, hit the goal, and now what, right? And you think that like reaching the podium or reaching that high level um, of desired gain, if you will, was something that was going to likely manifest and make everything feel like red as rain. And oftentimes, as I've gone through competing and having a competition mindset, which was the last microbyte episode I did, it it's like the preparation of that thing is generally far more fun than the actual event, and sometimes even better than the actual outcome. So for everybody listening, we did reach the goal as a team to win that first place trophy, which gives us the opportunity to run it back next year, which is an amazing feeling. We get free entry into next year, which I will wholeheartedly put my best effort forward to, again, hopefully repeat with my two teammates, Danny and Danny. Both of them were both named Danny, yes. And hopefully we can do even better, because while we executed everything best to our ability, one of the teammates was coming off of an injury and a bicep repair, 7 months out of that. And certain lifts for him were just a little shaky. And we had to, strategize a little bit differently in the lifting event, which ended up being and going over really well. Basically, we couldn't have any misses, me and the other Danny, so that we could hopefully allow the other Danny the opportunity to lift as heavy as he could comfortably. Yeah, it ended up working out. We actually, it was the only event we won for the day, ironically enough. The other ones we placed up near the top, 2 seconds, a third and a fourth. And, the day of the event, it was just so much fun. It was so good to um, obviously get the win and get the W, but to me, the networking opportunity and being around people was actually where the gold is for me in this entire event. While I want to perform at a high level personally and I want my team to do exceptionally well, the thing I got the most enjoyment out of was, seeing all these people that have been a part of this community for years at this point and being able to hopefully just deliver, happiness to them. And a lot of them said great things about content that I've been producing personally, and then the content that we've been working on here at the Macro Perspective, and that felt really good, right? So all that glitters that is not gold. The thing that actually glittered for me was hearing how I'm affecting people and their lives, and the happiness that we're bringing to them with our new found love for content and engagement, because that's a way to hopefully help build up the community a little bit better than ever before. Whereas the actual gold itself, which, by the way, I'll share this with everybody. It's a really cool thing if you're watching on video. They opted to not do a trophy, but rather the advertising flyer. And so I'm gonna put this in a plaque or maybe use it as like a desk mat, because this is just a different thing that we've won over the years, and I like that it's different, and kind of goes over the details of the event because, um, again, it was just unique. It was unique in the little medals and the trophies. Again, while they are something that in years past, it's all I could care about was winning money, winning this thing, being at the top of, quote, the podium. Now I feel like I win more when everybody I connect with in that day is a real connection. Um, so yeah, well, while chasing that effort and while chasing to be the best version of yourself, realize, why are you there? What what prompted you to want to live that experience? What is it that you are doing currently that you're trying to be at that exceptional level, right? You're trying to get to that first place finish. And is there things in that moment that you're missing out on or you're not putting enough focus into? I find that this is often sometimes with clients that I'm coaching, um, part of the issue, right? You've lost 20 pounds, but you still haven't reached your goal. But you're still down 20 pounds and you're not going back to where you were, right? That's a win, right? While the gold or the finish line is further down the road, acknowledge where you're at in your journey. Acknowledge that the gold is not the true end goal, but rather the enjoyment you're getting in the journey should be the thing that you're putting more stock into, right? Um, I've probably said this before. I may have even said this on the last microbite, but I'll repeat it. I actually hate competing. I do it not because I love the day or the event and trying to perform at a high level. That used to be something I thought I enjoyed, but I really don't anymore. I do competitions because it allows me to get in touch with so many people, and I just like the camaraderie. I like knowing that there's people better than me that are doing different training approaches, and that there's things that I need to continue to work on in my day to day, and it makes the journey more fun. But testing that day is far more important than winning that day. I feel like I won the day because this go around, I trained a different way, and I saw a better outcome on an event that I feel like we may have struggled with in the past, or me personally, my perception of it. Then the thing that I didn't put enough effort towards, because I'm usually pretty good at it, I got demoralized. So just when you think you have a good plan, you think that zone 2 cardio is going to help you out, you quickly learn that you probably need some lactate threshold training, because that is a motherfucker. And for reference, this event, give it a try. You can do it solo. You don't even need to do it as a team, because it was basically a solo event. You get 2 minutes to do 10 dumbbell clean and jerks, and that was at 50 pounds for guys. So one in each hand. And then you place those on the sled and you push it 150 total feet. So out 75, back 75. Legs are blowing up a little bit, heart rate's elevated. Then you're going to do your max effort set of burpees in the remainder of that 2-minute window. And you're going to rest for 4 minutes. So you're hitting this with intensity. You're hitting this with all you got. And your goal is to accumulate as many burpee reps as possible. Collectively as a team, we got 145 reps. We each did 3 rounds. There was a significant drop off. There was a 45-minute window after that where I felt nauseated, sick, like I wasn't prepared for the rest of the day. And I was like, what did I just get myself into? And it was in that moment, I was like, I'm probably going to be quitting CrossFit competition for a little while. But then once I recovered, got a little bit of sugar in my system, and got everything in order, we were able to then come back and hit some good lifts in the snatch event, which was really cool. So, I like reflecting on things. It's been kind of a newer thing that Seamus and I are doing together. It's something we're doing independently as well, things that are going on in our lives. So these microbites are maybe kind of filling in where our minds are taking us and how we're able to go further. Additionally from that, right, all that glitters is in gold. This is actually a good time, whereas yesterday we may have had a little bit of a snafu with one of our first guests, but we actually learned so much from it. It was glittering because this person is, somebody we're looking up to, a far better podcaster than us currently, has a lot more reps. And, he gave us some words of wisdom that we took to heart to the next guest we had after him. And I'm going to say his name, Jared Hamilton. I really appreciate you calling us out on, being better listeners, trying not to overly engage, and let that guy, let the person that's there be the showcase. Let them tell a different story of how they view it, so that your audience can then resonate with it and get a ton of value from it. So, yeah, you know what? We're going to botch it. Hopefully he'll come back on and we can be better hosts and ask better questions inside of that conversation. But again, you may aspire to get to that top level, and sometimes, the glimmering things that are coming through, and they seem like that's exactly that tangible thing you want. It's not the only thing. It's part of the journey. It's the journey that's building you up to that matters so much. So appreciate you all for listening. Like, follow, and subscribe below. And we will be back very soon.